Dr. Kissinger and I didn't really have enough time, and there was one question I wanted to ask him, I forgot, which is, what do we do with Pakistan?
Well, I think that, you know, in 2 weeks, we're going to bring a group of musicians from Pakistan to Jazz at Lincoln Center. They're going to play on 59th Street at the Rose Hall. Their name is the Satchel Jazz Ensemble. And they're going to come up and play with us, and we're going to collaborate with them. And they're actually from the minority religion in Pakistan. And they can get beat up for just walking down the street with their instruments. And their leader is a man named Izzat Majid. And after 9/11, Izzat Majid wrote the type of attack on bin Laden and what he had done far superior to anything that we even saw in our country. He's a man of profound and deep intellect and concern about the world. And these musicians are so soulful that when you meet them, you just want to hug them. And we're going to do the same thing that we should do everywhere in the world. We need to find the nuances and the things that we have in common. It's one thing to know histories and traditions, but there are many things that all people have in common. The first thing, we all have to drink water. So you can start with something that fundamental. In music, we deal with rhythm. For example, there's a rhythm that the Pakistani musicians play. Play that habanero for me, Ali. Play that habanero rhythm for me. And we're going to play it, and I'm going to show them the difference between the Pakistani way and the way that we play it. And when we play with the musicians from Pakistan, there's one rhythm that they play that's exactly like a New Orleans street beat. So I'm going to start just with our rhythm section demonstrating the sound of that rhythm if we were in New Orleans. And we would sing chants to this rhythm. Let's give them an example. Play like New Orleans music. And you recognize that as New Orleans music. Now, when we play with the Pakistani musicians, you remember that song? Now, when we play, that's actually the same rhythm. Doom, 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 doom. So we find common ground as something actual. And we don't deal necessarily with the dynamics of power. We deal with the power of similarity. And that search for balance is something that always works, even if it's you with yourself or you in your house. You can be in your home and you have to find some way to find a similarity with the people you live with. Could be your children, could be your wife, could be you yourself. Alone. Sometimes you got to get with yourself and say, man, why am I so crazy? Let me find something that returns me to some level of sanity so I can actually become myself. Wow. And that's what we need in our country right now. We've lost our minds. So we need to come home.